Okay. These questions up. All right. So again, Derek says you can hear me. Anybody else, let me know if you can hear me, if I'm coming in clearly. Okay. So I'm trying to. Okay, here it goes. Okay. So looks like we are okay. Looks like we cooking with some grease. Okay, bet. All right. So before we get to the question, I did bring it up. Again, this is just another Q&A session that I just want to hold. To have these financial discussions, business discussions, and it's designed for you to ask any type of pressing business questions or financial questions, investment questions, stock market questions, because I know you probably aren't having these discussions in mainstream conversations. When you out at the cookouts or the family barbecues, stuff like that. These generally aren't the discussions that we have or people like to have. So that's why I like to hold these discussions. I like being around people that want to talk about money, want to talk about excellence, want to talk about building, want to talk about leveling up, and I just want to be in the company of people that also want to talk about that. So, like I said, not as many people registered for this session as I would have hoped. But this is me just trying to, give you time, give you value, and just being able to provide any type of resources or expertise or knowledge as possible, because people literally pay hundreds of dollars just to consult with me. But I always want to give back. So that's what I want to do. So just a few announcements. Also, number one, I have a brand new private Facebook group. Private Facebook group built around digital marketing. So if anybody's interested in, making money online, business, online entrepreneurship, and also just wealth building and making money in general, have a new Facebook group. It's called Digital Money Printers. It's a private group, but it's called Digital Money Printers on Facebook. So anybody can go there and request access. Just answer the few questions that I ask you, like for your email and stuff like that, so you can get in the group. But you can just do that. Also, if you have not gotten your copy of my book, I don't know, you must be hiding under a rock or something. If you haven't gotten a copy of my book, you can still get a copy. Go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. And then lastly, if you want to connect with me on Facebook Messenger, I do a lot of communication now through Facebook Messenger. So you can connect with me there. Also, if you're not subscribed on via email, definitely subscribe via email. But like I said, I'll be doing a lot of more stuff through Facebook Facebook Messenger. So just make sure if you do want to subscribe to that, just to get updates and alerts or other things that might be going on, you can do that as well. But so let me go to Derek's question. So let me see. So it says, greetings, Ryan. I myself have gotten into precious metals. Most analysts are talking that a recession is looming, and many I read just yesterday are saying they believe one is due sometime before or in immediate after the next presidential election. Good insight. I tend to agree because Democratic presidents always seem to have a recession for some reason. You can correct me if I'm in error, but I'm not hearing anyone finance people in Black America talking about hedging their portfolio in precious metals. True. I'm rolling with silver mining stocks like First Majestic Silver Corporation, ticker AG. In recession, precious metals soar, and the companies on the New York Stock Exchange. I hear a ton of white financial folks suggest you look into precious metals or metal stocks, but not our people. True. Why do you think this is, and what do you think about precious metals as a hedge? And now that the market has taken a beating in the past few weeks, could you talk about temperament? Folks get shook because the market is looking bad and want to sell, not me. That is an excellent question, Derek. So I will answer that. Um, it's a layered question, but let me go to it. All right, so let me see. So let's dissect this question, y'all. So peace to everybody on YouTube. Alexis, how you doing, Queen? So do me a favor, y'all. Put some likes up, some hearts up. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Also share if you're able to share. Share this on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram. We're on YouTube as well. I'm also on LinkedIn now. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. They say LinkedIn is like what Facebook was about 5 years ago as far as being able to get organic reach and the algorithms still allow you to see your audience and if you put content out people will still see it. So I've been doing a little bit more on LinkedIn than I've usually done, and I'm probably going to start doing a lot more. So that's just another place to connect with me is on LinkedIn. So let's get to Derek's question. Also, anybody on YouTube, if you have questions, please put them in there. Any financial or business questions. People pay hundreds of dollars to consult with me on many different things, whether it comes to investing or stock market or business and online marketing and sales funnel creation and running ads, all that type of stuff. So this is your chance to ask me any question that you want, and I will answer right on the spot. All right. So first thing Derek's talking about precious metals and is there a recession coming? Now I do watch CNBC. I do follow stuff daily, even though me personally, I don't like. I'm not like an active trader. I'm not looking at my portfolio daily. I'm not looking at like the price of stuff daily. Like I'll see how the stock market did, but I'm not looking at my portfolio daily, and I'm not looking at what stocks went up and down daily. That's another type of investor I am. I'm strong long-term investor, which we'll talk about. But I do follow the news. I do watch CNBC every day. I do read a little bit, stuff I see maybe online and stuff like that. A lot of people are talking about an upcoming recession. A lot of people are talking about that. You know, it makes sense because the economy has been on a roll, has been doing well for like damn near the last 10 years. Ever since the 2008 crash and since the recession, the economy has been doing very, very well. The stock market has been up. The economy's doing well. The unemployment rate is lower. Even of course, in the black community, people say, well, generally the unemployment rate is 5%, but in Black America, 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever the case may be. Absolutely, but at the same time, the economy is doing well. You can say what you want about Trump. I personally am not a Trump fan. I'm not endorsing Trump. Nothing like that. Thanks, Derek, for sharing. Nothing like that. But at the same time, the economy is doing well. So you watch, you see people on CNN. You see people on MSNBC. You got the, Rachel Maddows and the Joy Reids and all the liberals, people on the left. Everybody talks about Trump this, Trump, 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 Trump. You talk to any Democrats or people in Black America, all they talk about, Trump did this, Trump did this, Trump said that, and Trump did that. And you see what Trump did. I'm like, besides like what you see on TV, tell me how Trump affects your life like that. Like, let me know. Besides just reciting rhetoric that you hear on CNN or Anderson Cooper or whatever other liberal show you watch, Chris Matthews, Hardball, whatever, my grandma and my aunts and my mom, and they love all that stuff. So every time I'm over there, it's like MSNBC back to back to back to back to back. Like literally, when I go to my people's crib, that's all that's on. So that's when I catch it and I see it. But if it's just me, home, I'm not watching that shit. But like I said, when you go out and talk to people that are Democrats, that are, on the left, mainstream Black people like that, all they do is recite rhetoric that they heard on TV. But then I ask them, how does Trump personally affect your life like that? Besides, him being an idiot or him saying things or disrespecting women, whatever the case may be, how does he affect your life like that? And I usually don't get an answer. So I say, don't get mad at Trump. Get mad at your boss. He's probably the one who voted for him. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, where I'm going with this is the economy is doing well. Ask any finance person, ask business people, ask small business owners, whatever the case may be. This is a great time right now to be a business owner, to be an investor, be in real estate, all that type of stuff. The economy is doing very well. So, what history shows is that when the economy is doing so well, it's been doing great for the last 10 years, it's been on the roll, a downturn is probably going to come soon. Now, at the end of the day, nobody knows. I don't care what analyst you talk to. You can talk to Warren Buffett. Nobody knows specifically if there's going to be another crash, when it's going to be another crash, stock's going to tank, whatever the case may be. No one knows specifically. Okay, I see your question. I will definitely get to your question after this one. Everybody else, feel free to put your questions down there. And also, thank you guys for sharing. Anybody else, please go here and please share. Please like, please subscribe. But I definitely thank you for that question. I will definitely get to that question. And sorry, guys, for this long-winded answer. But it's just we haven't had one of these in a minute. And Derek asked such good questions that, have a lot of thought and stuff engaged with it. So that's why it's like a long-winded answer. But I promise there's a point to this. So history shows that when the economy is doing well for a number of years, which has it been, a recession is probably going to come soon. Now, like I said, nobody at the end of the day knows, no matter who predicts this or that, nobody knows. But it would make a lot of sense if a recession would come, especially around a presidential election. So that is good insight, Derek. But at the end of the day, nobody knows. But if it was to happen, then I would not be surprised. So that means you guys should be aware of it. And another thing, a lot of us approach a recession or an economic downturn in the wrong way. I've done that in the past. A lot of us do it in the past. Most of the time, we approach these situations in the wrong way. Why is that? Because if someone watches TV, oh, the stock market crashed, oh, the economy's doing well, oh, it's a recession, I'm taking my money out of the stock market, I'm going to sell my house, I'm going to try to get 4 other jobs, I'm going to try to do this, that, they start scrambling. But what you should be doing is recognizing the opportunities to make money in a recession. To make money in a recession. What does that mean? That means that if the stock market crashes, that just means Walmart's on sale, Apple's on sale, Facebook's on sale, Netflix on sale, whatever other company you want to invest in, that means they are on sale. Anytime over the last 100 and whatever years of the stock market, no matter how bad it's crashed, it's always recovered. So that is why you need to take advantage in these opportunities. The real estate market tanks, that means you can get properties for pennies on the dollar. One of my good friends that I've been building with, his company has a big YouTube channel with like 50,000 subscribers called House Flipping Guide. His name is Gerald Harris. His company's House Flipping Guide. He always talks about getting properties pennies on a dollar. In a recession is the perfect time to get pennies on the dollar. So us as intelligent Black folks who want to build wealth, who want to build generational wealth, when we see a recession or an economic downturn, we're like, okay, let's get this cash up. Let's get this money out of savings. Let's go buy a whole bunch of property. Let's go buy a whole bunch of stocks. Let's put money into our businesses. That is how we need to be approaching another recession. Okay, so now Derek talks about precious metals, which is good. So in stock, a ticker symbol that he likes, precious metals, is AG. AG, somebody can type that down. AG. So he says, what do I think of like precious metals in general? And do you think precious metals as a hedge? Number one, we need to be diversified. We need to be diversified. Now, diversification does not just mean stocks. Diversification does not just mean real estate. It does not just mean business. It does mean precious metals. And even precious metals, you can get into a whole bunch of stuff with that. Whether it's silver, whether it's gold, whether it's, I don't know, aluminum, whatever. They even have mutual funds. When I used to work in corporate America, somebody used to always call about this precious metals and mining fund. People that invest in that fund. Now, before when I used to look at it, it didn't do very well. That was just a mutual fund. But my thoughts on precious metals in general, yes, absolutely. We should always be diversifying. Always be diversifying. It's a book I was reading. I still got it over here. I read it like the end of last year. I talked about it before, called Money Master the Game. Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. And he just talks about, all the people he's met and got a chance to interview, like John Bogle, who started Vanguard, Warren Buffett. He interviewed Ray Dalio, billionaire. a lot of other people you may not even heard of, but like some of like the biggest wealth builders and billionaires in America, and he just picked their brain and just said like, talking to like an average person, what type of portfolio would you suggest for that person? And one of the guys he talked to, I can't even remember his name, but he talked about how he specifically only invested in precious metals. And he was either a multimillionaire or billionaire. Um, I forget exactly his name, either multimillionaire or a billionaire, but he was talking about how he made his fortune just off precious metals. Just off precious metals. So what I say is we need to be diversifying. So precious metals, you should look into that as being a part of your portfolio. Does that mean everything you're going to buy, you're going to make money on? Not necessarily. Does it mean you should put all your money into that? No, not necessarily. But I think it should be part of your portfolio. Part of your portfolio, because if there is money being made in that, if you see gold or whatever or silver going up, you want to be able to take advantage of those increases. You want to be able to take advantage of that money being made, but you got to get in the game. You got to get in the game. So I hope that answers your question, Derek. Feel free to type more in there. This is just one that he submitted prior to this session, but feel free, to type more in there, whatever you want. We can go till about 9 tonight, guys. So, this time is yours. I just want to give as much value as humanly possible. And I just love really having these discussions. So just the last part of Derek's question is just about temperament in the stock market, and this is something that, I talk about a lot, that people come to me and talk about a lot, but it's just like we need to understand the correct information about investing in the stock market. Number one, you should be looking at to be a long-term investor. A long-term investor. That's step number one. I tell people, listen, if y'all can see the amount of messages and emails and Facebook posts and YouTube stuff that I get, or people asking me questions, which I love, but they're always looking for the get rich quick scheme. Even family members, when I go, they see what I do now, so they always pick my brain, which I don't mind. But they always looking for the get rich quick scheme. It's always like, what are you keeping your eye on? I can put it now, and then in a year I'll make X amount of dollars. I'm like, you're looking at it the wrong way, bro. You're looking at it the wrong way. Anytime you're talking about stock market investing, the play is always a long-term play. It's always a long-term play if you realistically want to build wealth, and you realistically want to be able to have something to pass to your children, whatever the case may be, and to make real money. Yes, you can go out here and day trade and make $1 million. Yes, absolutely. Just like you can go into a casino and you could, make $100,000 casino. Now your chances of making that are pretty slim, but yes, it can happen. But we need to understand the correct information. And number one, investing 101, we need to be long-term investors. We need to be long-term investors. Yeah, Derek, do me a favor, type the link down there so she can get a copy. It's free, just cover the shipping. mindovermoneybook.com. mindovermoneybook.com. Do me a favor, type that URL in there for me, Derek. But it's a great point you bring up, because we need to be, talking about temperament. Listen, if the stock market crashes, buy more stocks. Let me give this disclaimer first and foremost. I am not giving investment advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I had my securities licenses in prior years. I am not licensed anymore. I'm not in a position, nor do I want to be, to give you stock advice or tell you what to do. I'm just saying, me personally, if the stock market crashes, I'm buying more. I'm buying more. Thanks for that, Derek. I'm buying more. That's all that I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, to wrap up this question is, you should be looking at long-term investing. And if the stock market is crashing, do not get, worried. Do not freak out. I know my suggestion, like I said, I'm not trying to tell you exactly what to do. I'm not, licensed to give advice, so please don't take my words out of context, try to get me in trouble with FINRA and the SEC. All I'm saying is, me personally, I would buy more. I wouldn't worry about the short term, because out of the last 100 and whatever years of the stock market, no matter how bad it's got, the market has always recovered. So let me go to the other questions we got down here. All right. Pelly says, Do you think that Amazon is still a good and lucrative place to start a business part-time? Thoughts? Uh, I do, but at the same time, I don't. Because number one reason why I don't is because Amazon is great, but when you sell on Amazon, at least, for the most part, what I've seen, things could have changed, whatever the case may be. But when you sell on Amazon, you don't have access to who those customers are. So like my book is on Amazon. I've sold a good number of copies on there. I get royalties every month from the books I've sold on Amazon, but I don't know who those customers are. The most important, one of the most important, if not probably the most important part of your business is your customer list and information. People's name, their email, their phone number, where they live, whatever the case may be, so you can build a relationship with them, so you can follow up with them. So if Amazon changes the algorithm or they shut your page down, or Facebook changes the algorithm, they shut your page down, you still have access to your own customers. So like what I've seen on Amazon is, don't get me wrong, you can make a lot of money. You can definitely build your company on there, but it leaves you vulnerable because you do not know who those customers are. Every entrepreneur and big entrepreneur I've had conversations and met and know and have friends with now, entrepreneurs with seven, six, seven, even eight-figure businesses, multi-million dollar companies, and all of them say you could take away everything, my Facebook page, my office, whatever. You could take away my house, but don't take away my list. Don't take away my customer list. Don't take away, the names in my email list or my database of customers. You can take anything away, but do not take away that. That's the lifeblood. That's the most important part of my business. So with Amazon, I think it leaves you vulnerable with building your entire business on Amazon because generally you don't have access to who those customers are, and you definitely want to know that. But at the same time, you can still make a lot of money on Amazon. I still make money on Amazon. Amazon is the biggest company in the world, trillions, trillions of dollars or billions of dollars, whatever, billions of people on the platform every day. So, business is all about attention. The attention is there. People are on Amazon all the time, so of course you want to capitalize on that attention. But I would say is try to find some way to capture that information, capture those customers, capture that attention, and put it onto a list that you own. I listened to a podcast the other day and a guy was talking about, he said, you don't have a business until you actually own the traffic. So you actually own the customers. So you actually own the list. If you don't own that list, if that's not yours, you don't fully have a business yet. So I hope that answers your question. Hope that was helpful. Um, Let me see. Let me just scroll back up. Okay, so share, thank you, Queen. What are some evergreen businesses in your opinion? Uh, I mean, a great something that I'm actually working on, and I mean, there are a lot of them, but an evergreen product that I'm working on that I've seen people utilize in the digital marketing space is having like some type of automated training, uh, or something like that that you can put on Evergreen that you can just sell. So I've done like a lot of webinars, a lot of online, trainings and stuff like that. And at the end, I've sold into like my programs and stuff like that. And I made great money doing free trainings and stuff like that. But now what I can do is, instead of doing it live all the time, I can put it on like Evergreen. And whereas I can just run ads to a webinar I've already done and just get people in there, get them to watch it and, get them to buy my products after. And I don't got to touch anything. So, if that's what you mean by is evergreen, or if you mean like more like drop shipping, whereas though you don't got to do much work, to have the business run and stuff like that, those are out there. But at the end of the day, like for real, that stuff is like dime a dozen. That stuff is like few and far between. Like for real, like you got to really like put the work in, really put the business work in, really build your audience or your customers or your brand, stuff like that, and then do it. Um, but I just think, you really just got to put the work in. Don't really try to look for that much stuff. Of course, we all want passive income. Like we all, want a business on autopilot where we don't really got to do much and it still makes money at the same time. But what I've seen, like for the most part, um, realistically, like a lot of that just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like ideally, that's what we would like to happen. Um, Yeah, courses evergreen. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like for what I've seen, in my expertise, courses are great evergreen products. Like I still make money from courses that I've done 2 years ago. A course that I put out 2 years ago, which is great information, is still relevant information. But I've done it that one time. I put it together and package it, and I still make money to this day from something that I put together 2 years ago. So courses are definitely great evergreen products. Let me scroll back up. I appreciate you talking feedback. When a recession does occur, is credit still king in that time? I mean, credit's always king, but for real, when it's a recession, cash is king. Cash is definitely king. If you got a whole bunch of cash you sitting on or a savings account, whatever the case may be, in a recession, it's great to walk into the bank when a property is going for pennies on the dollar and you got straight cash money to just scoop that up. You know what I mean? Or you go to a motivated seller, because it's a recession and their, home value, plummeted, and you come in there with the bag cash, like, listen, you want to get out of this, you want to stop paying your property taxes, whatever the case may be, you want to just get out of this house. Listen, I got cash on me right now. I give you 20 grand cash right now. Sign the contract over to me and give it to me and let me have full ownership of it. That is definitely, in my opinion, that goes a lot further, that cash money in economic downturns. All right, let me see. All right, Derek put something in the Zoom too. All right, let me just go back. All right. Couple more low cost of real estate. Then you have Lisa book. Yeah, please. Yeah, definitely check out my book. Mindovermoneybook.com. You can get a free copy. Mindovermoneybook.com. Do you believe that this is the best time to be an entrepreneur? 100% absolutely. There's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur. Why? Because of the internet. Because of the internet. One of my business mentors is a guy named Lamar Tyler down in Atlanta. He wrote a book. I think I have it right here. And he wrote this book a number of years, I think like 5 years ago. Y'all can see it. I know it's kind of bright, but it's called The Gatekeepers Are Gone. It's called The Gatekeepers Are Gone. And the gist of it is basically about, how social media has created a direct-to-consumer relationship that never existed before. So anything you want to sell, you want to do, you got a message, whatever you want to do, you have direct access to the people. There are no middlemen. There's nobody in the middle. There's no gatekeeper. There's no higher up that says, no, you can't put a book out. You want to put a book out about financial literacy, trying to teach Black people financial literacy? No, we're not going to publish that. You're not going to get no airplay. That's never going to get heard of. Okay, I don't need you anymore. I can go to CreateSpace and get my book published for free. I can run ads on Facebook and, reach thousands or hundreds of thousands of people up to, one time, I think my one video got like 50,000 views. My video, the first video I put up about my book. I can go out, I can advertise and market to people without asking anyone. I can create an account and then I can just sell my book and I can build a business. I can build customers. I can build value. I can give information. I don't got to ask anybody. That's a lot about what I talk about in my book as well. I have a whole chapter on entrepreneurship, stuff like that. Like if you want to, I talked about like if you wanted to be Ralph Lauren or something, back in the day, yeah, you got to get Macy's on board. You got to get Lord & Taylor to, put your stuff in the store. You got to get whoever else, you know what I mean? You want to get in the mainstream store, Strawbridges or whatever the case may be. Now, all you got to do is open an account on Shopify, run some Facebook or Instagram or YouTube ads. You can sell your clothing direct to consumer. You don't got to ask nobody. So this is definitely the best time to be an entrepreneur. If you're thinking about entrepreneurship or just, want an extra income or side income, I strongly encourage you to take advantage of this digital real estate that exists, because there's never been a time to be an entrepreneur, especially a Black entrepreneur. And, one of the biggest reasons why this is the case is because the cost of entry is low, basically nothing. Before, if you wanted to start a business, most people, you had to have a brick and mortar. Like you had to be able to put money to, pay your rent at your office. You had to spend thousands of dollars on a website, branding, logo, all that type of stuff. And we're not talking about advertising. They get on the radio or TV or newspaper, the cost of attention was a lot higher. Nowadays, the cost to enter the market is basically nothing. Nothing. A Shopify store costs $30 a month. $30 a month to have a Shopify store. That's all your backend. So all you gotta do is take some pictures of your products, or even link a fulfillment center if you're selling like t-shirts or something like that. You link that, your Shopify store could be open within like 24 hours. So with $30, they give you a free trial too. So with $30 and 24 hours, of day work or whatever, you can instantly have a product out in the market. You could not do that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago. You can never do that. So this is definitely the best time to be an entrepreneur. All right, let me scroll back up. Love Tony Robbins. Yeah, Tony Robbins, I had a chance to see him when he came to Philly. I think it was last year. He came with, it was like him, Gary Vee, Les Brown, John Maxwell. It was a great session. So I did see him when he came to Philly. His book was good. Thanks, Derek. Shamira, how you doing, Queen? All right, got it. Thanks. So yes, please get a copy of my book. I'm telling you, you'll love it. And like I said, it's free. All you gotta do is pay for the shipping. And we'll send you a copy. So it's mindovermoneybook.com, mindovermoneybook.com. Shopify store. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Shopify over Amazon, just because you can have access to your customers. Do you have a course to help me? Shamara says, do you have a course to help me to learn how to develop or hold an online class? I don't think I have a specific course on that. And that's something I need to do because I've been getting a lot of requests for that. But what I think you should do is just schedule a session with me and we could talk about it. Because I actually have someone that just contacted me like a week ago. And he scheduled a session with me. And now he's going to get into my coaching program where I can coach him on how to do it and start it up and, get it started and get it on popping and to build his email list and how to market it and sell it and stuff like that. He just got into the program. So I would just suggest you just maybe schedule time for us to talk and, we can go over it. I can coach you in it, but that is a course that I actually need to do. But for right now, like I can give you the whole blueprint. I can give you the tools and how to market it, how to create it, what platforms to use, how to get people to sign up, how to advertise, all that type of stuff. I can give you the entire blueprint. You just got to schedule a session with me and we can just go through it. So I can put my link to my calendar on there as well. But if you definitely want to do it, I can definitely help you. It's just really about, how soon do you want to start? Because like I said, a guy came to me like a week ago and he was like, asked me questions, stuff like that. And I was like, it really comes down to like, when do you want to start? I was like, you could start today and then I can give you tools and resources and the blueprint and everything. You can start recording your content. You can have it up within like a few weeks and like literally be accepting payments up to students. It really just comes to like, when do you want to get started? All right. So, okay. Derek says Shopify is good. Stock 2. Glad I bought it. Was well under 100. Yo, Shopify has been doing amazing. That's probably one of the best stocks I've had in like a long time, honestly. Of course, they're evergreen for sure. I'm not interested in drop shipping. Yeah, I mean, drop shipping is cool. Thanks for putting that link too, Derek. What I'm naturally great in is transformational self-development work, but I need to figure out a way to scale that outside of a one-on-one client work. Would speaking engagements be pretty lucrative instead? Honestly, you should do a course. Yeah, you should do a course. That's the best way to scale. Because even that's probably the biggest reason why I like originally started doing courses, because I was doing one-on-ones and I still do one-on-ones and I like one-on-ones. But I realized in the beginning, I was like, I don't want to do one-on-ones forever. And, I can only scale myself, but so far. So instead of like going through people like, well, when do you want to meet? What time do you have? When you get off work or, before work or after work or lunchtime or weekends, I can just be like, you can get my course. You can watch it as often as you please. You can rewind it. You can check out all the other resources and you can, watch everything on your own leisure, at your own pace. So a lot of people like they love that. They get into the course, they love it. They may schedule a follow-up session, but it's like, you're not beholden to like my schedule and your schedule. You can look at all the information and still get the value and still get the results at your own pace. So I would strongly suggest you do that. If you want to schedule time, like we can talk. Like I said, I've been helping a number of people to start their courses. So feel free to, give me a call. You can call me on the business line. It's 844-562-2346. Someone can type it in if you can remember. 844-562-2346. I would love to give you the entire blueprint because courses, that's still like one of my favorite business products because it's just so scalable. Once you create it, it's, done and set it and forget it. It's already created. You can still monetize and still make money from it. But it's all about, making sure you're giving results through the course. And the hardest part, of course, is marketing and selling it. You can create a course. It can be the most beautiful course. It can be the most life-changing course. But if nobody sees it, you don't have money to put, advertising dollars behind it. You don't have an email list. You don't have a following on social media. No matter how great your course is, nobody's going to see it. So, I just think that's definitely important. Okay. Message for review. What did it say? We got some trolls in here. We got the moderator in here, so I hope it ain't no trolls in here. Yep, like I said, you are so right. Yes, I have students online is being requested. Yeah, you got. I'm telling you, you gotta do. You can also email customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Listen, we can definitely get it in. I want to literally give you the blueprint on how to create a course and all that type of stuff. All right. Yeah, okay, of course it is. Thank you. 101 burn me out, especially when I'm booked up. Yes, you need a course. You need a course. Please contact me. I will literally give you the blueprint. I have almost 10 courses now. I have an entire online school, online community. So please. So you can call me 844-562-2346, 844-562-2346, or you can email customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. That's customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Also, make sure you get a copy of my book. Make sure you get a copy of the book because I go over, a lot of that type of stuff in the book. And, everybody that's read it, said it was a great read. Got you, Derek. All right. Bless you, Shamira. We'll feature upcoming video. And shout out to Derek, man. This guy been building his YouTube channel. He got more subscribers than me. He doing the damn thing. He's getting his information out there. He's getting his message out there. Whatever he wants to talk about, he talks about. Shout out to Derek, man. Like, Derek definitely just went through the blueprint of everything that I talk about. Everything I talk, when I'm saying, like, you got a message that you want to talk about, something you want to get out to the world, like, Derek's main focus is like generational wealth, making sure his daughter's straight, being an investor, stuff like that. Love your book. Thank you. Like I said, Derek, he's focused on generational wealth, all that type of stuff. But just out of nowhere, this dude pops up with a YouTube channel. He's up to like 1,000 subscribers right now. I did a review on Amazon. Thank you. He's up to like 1,000 subscribers now. He got more subscribers than me. He's getting his message out there. He's getting followers. He's getting subscribers. He's getting viewers. He's getting more views than me. Like Derek literally, you got to go watch his channel. Like Derek literally did like everything I'm talking about. I'm like, listen, you got something you want to say? Like you ain't got to ask nobody. You can just utilize social media and get your message out there. Whatever you're thinking about, it's all good. Whatever you're thinking about, literally, you can just put out there. So Derek has just been taking that blueprint. He's been building his channel. He's probably about to start monetizing it soon. Amber alert. We just got an Amber alert. I know Derek's probably up for monetization on his YouTube channel now. Like, so just shout out to Derek doing the damn thing. Just being transparent. Yeah, Derek doing a damn thing, man. Like for real. So shout out to him. So let me go to his question in the Zoom chat. Derek's portfolio looks good, even with a pullback salute to Trump in that regard. Trump doesn't affect my day to day any more than Obama did. Listen, man, that's facts. Corporations like Rollins, Waste Management are great stocks during a recession. Rollins has Orkin, Pest never took a day off. Waste Management, folks need to trash move. Yeah, that's good insight. Absolutely. And yeah, like I said, listen, I don't get into the political stuff. Like, of course, we loved Obama. I voted for Obama twice. You know, in 2016 election, I think I voted in for the Green Party. Like, I knew I wasn't voting for Hillary, and of course, I wasn't voting for Trump. So I voted for the Green Party. But honestly, like, I don't get into to the political stuff. Like, I'm not. That doesn't mean I don't look at it and pay attention to it. Doesn't mean I don't have my own thoughts. But I don't really get into it because it's like every person you talk to, they just sound like they should be on MSNBC. And I'm like, yo, listen, like Trump, Trump don't affect me like that. If anything, like he's helped me just being a business owner, being an investor. He's gonna look out for business owners, he's gonna look out for investors. Obama, yes, it was symbolic. Yes, it was great, absolutely, to see a black man in the White House. But at the same time, like I didn't see like a big change in our community like he talked about. Maybe I'm missing something, but at the end of the day, it's like let's not focus on the political rhetoric. Let's not, go on these YouTube channels where, people all they talk about is bullshit. And now you're an activist because you have a YouTube channel and stuff like that. Listen, I don't get into none of that stuff. I'm talking about real business. I'm talking about real stuff that's really going to change our lives. Like we all need to be investors. Like regardless of who's in the White House, the American economy is going to favor investors. Regardless of who's in the White House, the American economy is going to favor property owners and business owners and, people who are, interested in building wealth. You're both encouraging me on this video alone. I'm proud of you, Ryan King, Summer Kings. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So any last question, guys, feel free to put them in. Can't believe it's been almost an hour already. This time just flies by. Told me that 2 years ago, and you're right. Yes, absolutely. So any last questions y'all got, feel free to put them in. I'll answer them. But the gist of what we talked about today is, potential recession coming, how we should be looking at a potential recession, diversifying your portfolio with like precious metals, and other things to utilize. We talked about, doing business on Amazon, doing, being an entrepreneur in this current climate, direct to consumer, Shopify, and stuff like that. The importance of, having an online course. I'm telling you, if you don't have an online course right now, once you have an online course, like that's just one of the greatest feelings is to be able to sell something and make money. And all you got to do is deliver a course. Like you ain't got to use none of your personal time. You ain't got to ship nothing. You ain't got to go to the post office. All you do is someone buys it, the course is delivered. Like you could be out with your kids, you could be driving, you could be on vacation, and you can still be making money from selling an online course. So that's why I love online courses. Now y'all got me thinking about doing an online course for people that want to have online courses. But yeah, I mean, I just say if you're doing any type of service or coaching or consulting, try to turn that into an online course. Try to turn that into an online course. So if y'all don't have any more questions, we can get out of here for the night. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please like this. Please share this out to your subscribers on any other social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. I love all the questions y'all coming in. I see the last question Derek put in, so I'll answer that last question, then we'll get out of here. Again, so other few announcements. I have a brand new private Facebook group. If you're interested in getting in, it's free. It don't cost anything. It's just a private group, only for people that are serious about making money online and building wealth. It's called Digital Money Printers because we about the digital money. There's online money, there's ClickFunnels money, there's Stripe money, there's PayPal money, all this online money, YouTube monetization money. That's what we own. So you can go to Digital Money Printers on Facebook, Digital Money Printers on Facebook, private Facebook group. Also, if you haven't got my book, you can go to mindovermoneybook.com, mindovermoneybook.com. And lastly, I'm doing a lot of stuff and more communication through Facebook Messenger. So you can connect with me on that. You can just go on Facebook, my business page, and just send a message. That'll automatically connect you. And everybody on YouTube, just subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. If you watch this on replay, type replay down. You can still ask any financial or business question. I will come back and answer it. Any question, finance question, business question, you're thinking about launching an idea, you want to do a course, you're thinking about investing in this or that, put it down there. I will come back and answer it. And then the last question Derek has is, I've invested in NVIDIA. They are a leader in driverless cars. Great. You said that you have AI that does your email messages. I always thought it was you. How has AI changed your business approach? Great. Okay, I see Derek says, oh, so great. So yeah, it's basically just automation. So like all my emails and stuff are automated and scheduled. So, a lot of people think that's necessarily me, like hitting the button every time. It's not me. So honestly, like this is just a big part of business in general. You have to have systems in place. So me, I don't have any employees yet. I may be getting the VA, a virtual assistant soon, and going through that process. So I don't have any employees yet. So in order for me, to try to scale and not using all my time, being the bottleneck and doing, everything in the business has to come through me, you have to have systems in place. So, I have a CRM system, which is a customer relationship management system, email marketing software system that I use for my business. So that's for emails, that's for, lead capture, follow-up, automated emails, broadcast emails, all that stuff. So it has definitely changed my business. It's not, and I wouldn't necessarily call it AI. I ain't that advanced yet. But it's, basically just having like automated systems in place. But AI is definitely the future. I got to check out NVIDIA. I definitely got to check that out. What's the ticker symbol, Derek? I definitely got to check that out. Respect due to Ryan McCrary, make it investing great again. It's a thorough idea for a hoodie. Oh, I like that. I have it buy. Oh, I like that. Email that to me so I have that on file, and then I can send it to the designer. Making investing great again. I like that. Fuck Trump. We making investing great again. I like that. It's definitely about to be hoodie season too, so we need some new hoodies. MVD. Okay, yeah, we definitely need some new hoodies. I definitely got to get some new merch popping. I like that. Facebook group is Digital Money Printers on Facebook. Digital Money Printers with Ryan McCrary. All about getting that online money. Digital Money Printers. You're welcome. Okay, NVDA. That's the ticker symbol. Okay, so great, y'all. So thank you guys so much for all the questions, all the engagement, all the dialogue. Thank you guys just for taking the time. Listen, I know how it is. The Eagles are playing right now. Everybody's probably watching the Eagles in Philly or watching football or doing this or, spending time with your family or kids. You could have been any place in the world, but you decided to come on and have a intelligent financial discussion about stuff that's really going to matter in your life. Watching the Eagles, listen, I'm probably going to go watch the Eagles game too, but at the end of the day, that ain't having no effect on my life. Not one bit. Carson Wentz is not going to pay my bills. Nobody on the Eagles going to pay my bills. Doug Peterson, none of them going to help me pay my bills. So at the end of the day, like we need to be having these discussions. It's important for, us to just have these discussions, people to come engage, and we just have this dialogue and really talking about stuff that's really going to matter to our family and our community. So I can't thank you guys enough. Much love to you. Got my mind on my money. I didn't even realize football's on. Yeah, like it is on. I said I'm probably gonna watch it. Like I'm not anti, not say I'm a boycott NFL. We ain't even gonna talk about the Jay-Z stuff. I should do a video on it. People have been asking me to do a video on it, and I'm like, I don't even feel like talking about that shit. But I may come back and do a video about the whole Jay-Z situation and whatever the case may be. But I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we're going to boycott the NFL. I'm like, listen, I may watch football, but at the end of the day, like, we on this money, we on this wealth. We trying to change the community. We're trying to really give back to the Black community. and we're trying to just really build Black excellence. So end of the day, that's what I'm on. I see you guys are on that as well. Last, if you haven't got my book, go to mindovermoneybook.com. That's mindovermoneybook.com. Y'all have a great evening.